Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have a little project for you in the form of a lady's hat easel card. Now the reason I decided on this today is I've been looking for inspiration on what I could make and also share it with you. So I had taken a look back through old videos that I had uploaded from 2, even 3 years ago. And many of those were just when I was taking still shots and I didn't have my camera at that time, or this phone, which I use to film, and definitely before I started narrating any of my videos. And I found quite a few things that I think I'm still interested in making. And if they interest me, I hope they'll still interest you as well. And it's also nice to see how I'll do things differently than I did before, because some things I've probably forgotten how I've done those. So it's actually a journey of discovery for me. So the little easel card in the form of a hat is something, as I said, I've made before. I've also done it as a wall hanging, but eliminated the easel part of it. And I'd like to share how to make this with you today. So stick with me and I'll show you how. I'm going to fold this in half, and it's just as easy just to fold it over like that. If you wanted to put it in your scoreboard, you could do that as well at the 2 5/8 inch mark, like that. Then that is going to come over to form our easel, and we'll have a stopper here. Then we need to put our topper on, and that is where our hat is going to be fixed to. So we've got, again, another circle that matches the same diameter as the ones used for the card. And we'll put our adhesive here on this folded part. And that's the only part of that that we'll be actually attaching. So we just match up that at the bottom there. And we have our topper there. So that is how it's going to sit. And of course it's going to have a lot more weight when we finish with it, so it is going to actually fall forward more. So next, it's time to make the hat. I have my circles all cut out. I've got a 4.5 inch, a 4 inch, and then for the very top of the hat, 2 3/4 of an inch. Then I have the piece that's going to wrap around to make the hat. All right, this is cut at 2 inches, and I think I went ahead and made it 10 inches, and if I have to cut anything off, I can do that. Now, I designed a cutting file for mine, but if you don't have that, all you do is you take a piece of your matching card or paper, whatever you've got here, and you cut it at 2 inches by whatever length you're going to need, because you might have a smaller hat or a bigger hat, but if you're doing the same as mine, somewhere between 9.5 and 10 inches, so that's why I went with the 10. Then score a half an inch down each of these short sides, and then come in and make these little teeth marks. And you're just essentially just making little triangles like that. And that is going to help it to bend round and form that circle. Okay, so you just continue on like that, and you do the same on this side. Case of layering the circle pieces onto the top of the card here. You could make those contrasting colors. You don't have to have them exactly the same like I have. And then we're going to build a card base. Now, I'm going to put this back in my scoreboard so that I can make those score lines, those half-inch score lines. So half-inch here. And then 1.5. And then you can bend those teeth back like that along that score line. And the trickiest part is going to get this to attach to this. And you're only going to work on one side at a time. And just take your time. I'm going to start by placing, in fact, if you curl it a bit, that will also aid in getting that to bend round. So just take your bone folder and just gently get it into that circular shape like that. And then I'm going to use the quick grab glue rather than my clow to tip out a little bit of that on this piece of card here. I've got a little brush. That I can just bring in these one at a time, and I'm ready to cut that one. A bit of that off. So that was just a little less than an inch that I cut off there. So I think still 9.5 would probably work fine, or even 9 3/4. But as I said, you can always trim it up yourself. And then I've got this bit I can use as a tab to fix it to the rest of the piece here, like that. So I've probably out of shot there, but what I've done here is just put some glue on this end here, so I could fix that to the side here. And we can also neaten any of this up with other decoration. Go back in here. And another thing I can do is if I want to be sure that glues are all down, those little teeth are all fixed in place, I can come in with another circle and place that on top. And of course, as that glue dries, it's going to harden that. And also by putting another circle in there, you're going to make that even stronger. To put this circle I had, it's already cut out for me. I can stick that into the top there. That fits so well, I really don't even have to glue it in, because that's never going to be seen. And then we're going to take these, fold them over like that. And then this can be attached directly to the top of the hat. You don't even need another circle on top of this. There's already that. That is now going to go there on the top. Now if you wanted to, you could go ahead and decorate this before you put it on, but if you're like me and I don't know what I'm going to do yet, I'm just going to go ahead and apply it. Now that means I've got to bring these back out like that. So now that score line is still there and holding its shape. And then I'll take my glue and go round all these little teeth here. Rest it on there. The thing I'm going to do to decorate this is I've got this piece of ribbon here, and I thought that would look really sweet wrapped around there. I'll just go with the middle of that. I've got my glue gun here, so I think I'm going to put this on with the hot glue. So we'll start. A handful of these flowers and some greenery. These are just flowers that I cut on my scan and cut there, like a rolled flower, and you just roll them round and round until you get them into shape. So what I'm going to do is have a look through these and a little bit of a play, and while I do that, I'll fast forward this so that you don't have to suffer my indecision. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Now I'm going to add these pearls on here as well. Make sure they stay in place with a little bit of glue. Although they are adhesive backed, but I don't want to risk that coming loose, so put that on there. And have another on this side somewhere. Cut another 2 3/4 circle that I'm going to put on the top here, and that is going to also help strengthen this. Give it a little more firmness, I think, even though we've got that other little bit inside of there. I thought that would be a good idea. There we are. Now on second thought, I do wish I had gone with the contrasting color down on that second rim, but I will have to live with it for now. So that is going to be the front, like that. So now all we have to do is put our stopper in here and a place for a message. Inside I've cut 2 more circles, and I'm going to put that one on top of this. Now this is being cut at about 4 inches. Yes, just a tiny bit over 4 inches, and the only reason that it's cut that size is because that is the size of paper that I had left over from this piece that I was using. So it was just an offcut, so that's what I had left. But you could, of course, make it whatever size you like. Maybe 5 inches would be a nice size, but again, it is all down to personal preference. So I'm going to glue these together. And I've got a place here then if I want to write a message. And I'll still be able to add my stopper in there. Or you could, of course, use the back for a message as well. Let's get this in the middle. And then I'll fix that to the inside here. For a sentiment, I've just taken this stamp here for you. Topper, I've got this little image here, this die cut, and I'm going to place it about like there, where it naturally wants to fall. So above this for you. I'm going to put it on some foam tape. Here we have it. The easel card. Hat. Ladies' hat easel card. Now here is the one I made originally. This was the one that I did before I was actually showing video and narrating my tutorials. This was the first one that I did, and then I also did a wall hanging. The wall hanging sort of as either Mother's Day or a spring sort of decoration. So, and it actually features 3 of the hats. So they're not easel cards, but they're hats. And you can see I made the top of the hat just a little bit bigger for this one. There they are again. So you can get an idea of all the different ways you could actually decorate these. Shaped easel card can be used for so many different occasions. So when you want something just maybe a little different to give, I think this would be a very good choice. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial on this lady's hat easel card. I hope you enjoyed it, and that if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, that you'll take the time to do so today. Remember to click on the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, please stay safe and crafty hugs. Bye.